a VO's journey. It is amazing. It is Friday. Always wonderful to be Friday in the house. My name is Anthony Pica, and this show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all of the crazy things that I seem to step on. Welcome to the show, you guys. I mean, we are kicking it, right? It is the 13th of December. We are, 12 days away. So we are at that 12-day mark. Is that what it is? 12 days till Christmas? So I am definitely looking forward to that. But business, hopefully, has been really good for you. But if it hasn't, I wanted to talk today about a marketing plan for voiceover artists, a simple marketing plan, a way for you to get business. Because if you're sitting there asking yourself, why can't I get business? Why can't I get business? This show today is going to be for you, okay? That's the whole point. Today is going to be trying to help you get business for your voiceover business. That's a lot of businesses, but it is what it is. Before we get started, I want to talk real quick about the Fiverr Elite group that I've set up. We are kicking that off tomorrow morning. I'm super excited, and I got a link going up in the chat right here. And basically, that whole group, the whole purpose or point of that group, you hear the cat. Yeah, my cat's going crazy, because he's got to be in the room because they're doing downstairs and everything. But anyways, we are going to be doing the Fiverr Elite group, and the whole point of that group is to get business. If you're not getting business on Fiverr right now, you are missing out on an incredible opportunity, and that's what this group is going to be all about, learning from me and working together to help you actually grow your business and get some work on Fiverr, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the session today. I want to welcome everybody on Instagram. We've got people on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's good to have you guys. I want to give you two simple methods to market your business. And a while ago, I did a video on marketing. I said, the video was called "Is Auditioning Dead?" And the whole premise of that is that, more and more places, more and more sites and everything are opening up to the idea of submitting samples and letting them market for you, which I call online agents. Make no mistake, right? Agents are alive and well. In fact, they are doing better than they have ever done before. The difference is they look completely opposite or what they used to look like. They have been replaced by online agencies, right? So the mom and pop, the agencies, they're still there. That are run by people out, off the internet, you know what I mean, that are on the phones and everything like that. Those businesses are still there, of course. But the businesses, the agencies that are really growing are the agencies like Fiverr, like Upwork, like voices.com, like the Voice Realm, right? Like all these other sites that are actually Voquent, they are agencies. Make no mistake. They have just decided that it is better to do business online and have access to the entire world than it is to do, in a small area. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. With that in mind, I want to talk about two different methods that you can start getting business. So the first method, and the one that we are all most familiar with, right, is auditioning. Auditioning. We've got audition, cattle call auditions. That's where, you get an opportunity and all these people pile on and everybody auditions and, may the best person win, right? But that's a pain in the butt. But that is a method that is tale as old as time. It's in the voice acting world. It's in the acting world. It's in any performance world. It's in, it's in sports. Everybody has to audition. Okay, sports people might call it trying out, but it's an audition. All of this is an audition, right? So that's one part of a marketing plan, is that you could do nothing but spend all day auditioning on ACX for audiobooks, auditioning on voices.com, auditioning on Voice 123, auditioning on the Voice Realm, auditioning on any other place that offers auditions. you could audition. You could audition. And after a while, like if you seriously, let's listen to me, if you seriously focused in on doing nothing but auditioning. Look, the trouble is we get carried away all the time. And we were talking about narrowing focus yesterday. Check out that video. And this videos this week have been pretty good. Hopefully you guys agree. But the video we talked about yesterday was narrowing your focus in order to manage your job, your family, and your voiceover business. But narrowing your focus on auditioning, that is one way to grow your business and to make sure you are getting yourself in front of people. I get asked this question, Anthony, how do I get in front of people that are going to pay me, that are going to hire me for voiceover work? How do I get in front of them? How do I get more in front of them? Well, one surefire way is to audition. Audition. I mean, it's not that difficult to comprehend for me and all of us that auditioning is a viable way. Do I think it's the best way? No. And I'm going to go into that in the second part of the marketing plan I'm talking about today. But it is a viable way. It is a way that a lot of voiceover artists still do. Many are doing, most of them are doing. We're auditioning. We're all fighting for the same things. Okay. That is definitely something that, thanks, Giselle. That is something that has definitely been, a part of what I've done. But, auditioning is what it is, and it's viable, and you could do it today. You could go pay money on any of the P2P sites, and they'll start sending you audition work. Okay? Thanks, Brian. You know what I'm saying? So that's important to note. Okay. Now, the other way I want to talk to you about, and the way that I really think is the better way, is to build a portfolio of sample work and then market your sample work instead of auditioning. Now I'm going to dive deeper into this, and I'm going to kind of give you ABC here. But the whole idea in my mind when I was, I think, by the way, I try to think really strategically about my business. Hopefully you do as well, right? You got to spend time thinking about how your business works. Not just about the grind of doing auditions, sending emails, fixing your profiles on Fiverr, or, looking through your inbox on Voice123 or voices.com. All that's super important. But you've got to think strategically about your business, right? You've got to step back and say, man, I need to look at this. Is this working out? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? What do these numbers mean? What do these stats mean? What does it all mean? Okay, you've got to look at it that way. And as I was looking at my business, I realized that either A, I could continue to audition for one person. Okay, follow me on this. I could audition for one person, and if I got the job, great. If I didn't, poof. It was a moment in time that I lost forever. Sure, you could make the argument that I grew because I had experience of auditioning, true, but I lost that file, that asset. Now I'm going to start referring to our files as investments. Now, I want you to follow me. This is how my crazy mind, how I feel like they are now. Everything we create, I feel like, is an investment. Okay? It is an investment for our portfolio. Do you all realize we are creating so much content every single day, but we're doing nothing with them because we are not looking at them as if they are investments, as if they are tangible pieces of currency. And they are. Okay, so I looked at it and I said, well, I'm auditioning, but then I'm not getting work. And if I don't get work, you know what I mean? That person is not going to go around and share my stuff with the world, right? They're just going to listen, or heaven forbid, they don't even listen, and it just goes away. So I thought, well, there's got to be a better way. Why is it on these sites, a couple of these sites over here, I put up samples, I put up offerings, and the site does work or whatever, they promote me, and people find me and they book me without me even having to audition. Now, that doesn't mean that people don't ask me. They don't find me and say, hey, would you mind sending us a read? We'd like to see how it sounds. I still do that. Okay, but that's a very private audition, right? Because it's like just you. It might be you and one other person as opposed to hundreds. So I started thinking, well, you know what? That makes a lot more sense, because now I'm actually building investments, my investment portfolio. I mean, this is how we got to look at it. These things that we are making are worth something. We can't just throw them away or think they don't matter. We have to use them. You do an audition, for God's sake, don't throw it away. Don't post it. Don't put it somewhere in some, thumb drive or some in the cloud and don't ever use it. We need to be taking all of this work that we're doing, all these samples, all of these things, and we need to get them out to the world. We need to share them. Okay? So I said to myself, these samples I'm creating, I need to spend my time promoting my samples, promoting my business, not auditioning. When there are moments when the time is right for the certain jobs that I might want to audition for that appeal to me, sure, I will audition. But I have actually decreased, I have gotten rid of every single P2P site except for the Voice Realm. And I like the Voice Realm, as I've done videos on the Voice Realm, as you know, because out of all the sites too, I feel like I do the least amount of auditioning on there and get the biggest bang for my buck. All right. And that investment of $250, I believe I paid, has paid for itself many times over already. And it's only been a couple months. So the point I'm trying to make here, though, is I wanted to do samples. Another site, Voquent.com, right? And Miles Chacoin over there, they are doing, they kind of, to me, in my mind, it opened up a whole new world of this idea of, yes, we have a demo. Yes, we have what we offer. But at the same time, right? They are building this idea about a single sample, right? A moment in time, a tone, a style, one read. If you can do one read, or you can do two reads, or you can do 3 or 4 or 5 different tones, which, by the way, which is part of the reasons I'm building out courses and stuff on the different tones, because this is exactly what I do. Like the first course I've done, the authoritative tone, you can check it out and just look at it on my website, VOsJourney.com. But, I think that it is one of those things where promoting your samples is a great way to do it. Now, here's the thing. And I find this all the time. When I first started, I jumped in the landscape of voiceover, started doing ACX, put myself on Fiverr. And you know what I heard? I heard all kinds of noise. I heard people telling me, well, don't do that. Don't do that. I disagree. I agree. You need to do this. Well, that doesn't really work. Or you're doing this for this reason. Or this only works for people over there. Or this does this, or that does this. And you know what? Maybe for those people, they're absolutely right. But I didn't look at it that way. I asked myself this question. Are you going to listen to other people and decide that they know what they're talking about? Or are you going to try it out for yourself and see what works? I decided I was going to try it out for myself and see what works, because I did this. I said to myself, are those people that are telling me not to do things going to send me money every week to put food on the table? Are those people going to get me work? Are they helping me get work? Or are they just telling me that they disagree or I'm wrong? A lot of times people like to just tell me I'm wrong. And that's okay, because I find an incredible delight in proving them wrong. Okay? Just like I did with ACX, doing short books. All right? I got slammed for that. For no reason. I don't even know the people who did, but I did. And that's okay, because I succeeded. You can too. And that's why I just wanted to bring up this idea about you trying to build out your sample portfolio. Now, I'm going to give you a number, like a 70-30. I'm going to say 70-80% of the time I build out my samples. Whenever I record something, whenever I do something like that, I keep it and it accumulates, and I use it over and over again. I send it to people. I do. I send it to people. Hey, check this out. Hey, look at this. Look at these videos. Whenever I get a video back from a client, man, I am like happy as pie, because that video, they usually do a fantastic job and my voice is on it, and it is great marketing for me, right? Because I would rather market that and have people see me than me going to audition. Now, you might be brand new, and you might say, hey, Anthony, that's really cool and all, but you've done thousands of this, 1,000 voiceovers, and you've done all this work, and you've got all those videos. It's easy for you to do that. That's true. But when I started, I didn't. I didn't have that. So what I did was I took auditions and I regurgitated them. I made my own samples. I found stuff, I listened to it, rewrote it. You know, the trick about YouTube, about using the transcript, which I've talked about a bunch, where you can go into a video and you can hit the little 3 buttons and the transcript thing pops open and it will show you all of the words that are being said in a commercial or a YouTube video. Okay, 9 times out of 10, it depends on if the creator has hit the captions, the closed captions. Most do, of course. So most transcripts are there, already done for you, and I would follow along. I would create those. I would post them in groups, not for feedback, really, not for feedback, even though it might have seemed that way. I would do it to get myself out there, to build awareness. You need to do the same thing as well. It really can help you drive people to your site, to if you're at your Fiverr account, wherever you want to send people, you should be posting. Okay, you want to know what to post on social media? Samples of your work. Hey, look what I did today. Click, put your MP3 file in there. Or better yet, because you can't do MP3 a lot, get iMovie, get Windows Creator, get Adobe Premiere, whatever you got to do. You can use headliner.app, which is free. Okay, that's a website I've talked about a bunch, which I love, that you could put audio, you could put a picture on there, and you say, hey, check this out. I did this today. This was a cool read. Bam, put it up there. Brent, if y'all know who Brent Hagel is, he amazing trailer voiceover guy. Now he has his own agency. I interviewed him a while ago for my podcast, maybe last year, and he told me that he built the back of his business. This is Brent. He built the back of his business marketing through 1-minute videos on Instagram. Just of him reading. Just of him reading practice scripts. They weren't scripts that it was actual work. They were practice scripts. Okay? And now we all know Brent because he did that consistently and he put himself out there consistently of reading his work. He didn't even look. And here's something cool too. If you're worried about, how do I get in front of the right business? What content do I create for them? We're creating the content. Do a voiceover, put it out there. But for whatever you do, you've got to do it. You've got to get it out there. And I want you to think of it as an investment because you send that out into the world, somebody hears it, you have a link going to where you want them to go. And look, it's like a machine. You do it over and over and over and over every single day, over and over and over and over again. That's where the work comes in. Do you guys ever wonder why people talk about, it's the grind? And you're like, yeah, I want to grind it out, but what the heck do I grind on? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just staring at my computer, looking at Anthony's ugly face all day. Right? So, I get it. This is the type of work that you can grind on. Building out samples. Building out new, and when we think about, a demo, well, stop thinking about a demo and think about creating a wonderful, perfect sample of a single read, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, putting it out there into the world. Start a show. I know this is crazy, but, and when I say show, I use that term lightly. Start a daily sample where on your channel or your Twitter or your Instagram or all of them preferably, okay, what do? You actually go on there and every single day you post it. You post, hey, this is the read for the day. Just one tip about that. Make sure when you're posting these things, in my personal opinion, all right, it's okay to show where you are doing, like take a video of you, but I actually think a lot of times it's not even a bad idea to have a really good headshot of yourself and not post your studio unless you have a great background to look at, because we can say anything we want, but perception is everything, right? So we want to make sure that we're being perceived as professionals, and we both know. Okay, we both know that we can produce incredibly professional work from a hobo fort. But other people don't, they are very visual, they may not understand that. But we know it's true because we do it on a daily basis. So but perception is key. So make sure when you're doing this, you're also considering that maybe I should have a nice headshot for my video with those, pixelated wave lines. Headliner.app is great. I can't stress that. By the way, I should get like something from Headliner, right? We're promoting them. I promote them a lot. They don't give me anything. I don't even know the company, people, but I love the site and it works really well for me. So I think it would work, and it's super simple, so it would work really well for you. Headliner.app. It's easy to create MP4s, and they look clean. You can put a picture, your audio, and they have the little waves, that move when you speak. So it's really fantastic. Get your samples out into the world. All right, so I've definitely yelled at you enough for today. I don't know where was that? I was like, get them out there! Got some energy today, which is crazy because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. So let's go ahead and look over at everybody. All right, so we got on Instagram, we got DJ, the man with the voice. We got Eric, Zabari. I hope I say that right. Boss, Notable Voices, Zabari, Rocky, the promoter. I like that. Quinny's voice. Anthony preaching, Sabari, DJ, joining the voice realm next month because I'm trusting you. Laugh out, no pressure. Oh, DJ. Look, DJ, if you do the work, you're going to be fine. Just had someone yesterday emailing me, quit promoting my Fiverr, laugh aloud. I was like, you going to pay me? Someone emailed you that? People, it's crazy. It's wild. People email you those things or like tell you, it's like, what are you spending your time worrying about me? Worry about your own business. I make a new demo every day. Nice. Preach on. That's DJ. Metallic. Phoenician. OMG, dude. You just read my mind. Nice. Sabari. Yep, like Safari or Richie. Nice. We got Greg and Switch over on YouTube. We've got Rich on Facebook. Joe. Simone. Hey, Simone. John. Greg. Giselle, good morning, 10 Eastern, I believe. Joe, that's right. B-Doggy45. I love saying your name, B-Doggy. Giselle, your videos have been great. Thank you so much. Brian, your videos have been great. Thank you, Brian. Chuck, to a degree, though. Love Chuck. Chuck, you keep me honest, my friend. Keep being you. To a degree, though. Fiverr's live portfolio already does accomplish this for you, at least the audience on that platform. Also, my concern would be that we can't be sharing our reads for someone without the permission of the client. Whether or not we get the job from the client, many of these things are time sensitive, and they would be pissed if we leaked word of their new features before they themselves made an announcement. Yeah, you don't want to take people's work that they're, scripts that they have written. You want to make your own. So a good way to do that, Chuck and other people and everybody watching, is you can get a script. Nothing says you can't rewrite that script. Nothing says you can't make it your own. Okay? You can't change the company's name. But don't let that stop you. Don't let it stop you. Okay? Don't let fear of this stuff stop you. Please. Please, please, please. Eric, hello, Anthony, and everyone else. What's up, Eric? John, I think you should try something. If it works, you win. If it doesn't, you win because you learned. Absolutely. B-Doggy, how often do auditions say that they can't be repurposed or is copyright? Look, so listen, I know, and I was saying about taking your auditions and doing things like that, but like I was talking about Brent. Brent made his own samples. You can make your own samples. By the way, you can also, and you'll hear people say don't do this, but like if I make up something and I mention Ford, all right, you think Ford is going to come after me for saying how good Ford is. Now, if I go around and I start telling people that Ford has paid me or, I'm trying to make money from it, that's a different story. But don't get all this mixed up, you guys. Listen, remember yesterday when I was talking about obstacles being put in your way? This is another obstacle. Worrying so much about something that's not going to affect us. It's not. And if for whatever reason you cross a line, all you have to do is cross back. It's okay, but I've never crossed a line with any of this stuff, and I've worked with major companies because I'm not putting any company down, and I'm not falsely selling anything. They are samples for a reason. Okay? They are not work that people are paying us for. Okay? Don't get confused with people paying you to work their job by listening to a sample that you created. Does that make sense? All right. And this is, I'm sure it's a hot topic. I'm sure people will be like, well, I agree or I disagree, and that's okay. It's good to have conversation about these things, but as always, don't let it stop you. Please don't have analysis paralysis. All right, Hilton. Thanks, Simone. I like that, Hilton. Face. Wait. What did Hilton say? Good stuff. A, always. B, C, creating. Demos, always be creating. I like that. Let's see. Thanks, Simone. John, I have a sort of singing voice that is fantastic for silent movies. I think that's funny. I practice with the products in the home and read the back of them. Greg, 9 a.m. Central, and is it YouTube? What are you talking about? I'm not sure. Send some of your energy my way, please. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from today. Just happy. Simone, I was snapping photos of ads while I was at the doctor's office the other day, and then I rewrote them when I got home. The magazine is great for absolutely. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Use the words, use the copy, and rewrite them. Put them into your own phrases. It works wonders. Let's see. Eric says, I'm writing scripts with Anthony's advice from things that I get in the mail. It really works. The words are usually very lively. Absolutely. It's analysis paralysis. That's right. Simone, great idea, Simone. Or Hilton, great idea, Simone. That adds value too. You can say that you write the copy also upcharge. That's right. Oh, Joe, the grop. Okay, let's see. Over here on Instagram, what about scripts from actual shows? Because I do a lot of characters for fun for myself. So listen, I think the best thing to do just to protect yourself is to write your own. I mean, take work, okay, but make it your own, right? Take the idea, take specific words that, or phrases, but put it into your own context. Do you know what I mean? Change it around some. You just be safe. You don't need to, to just take something and go around copying it. Because doing it once or twice is one thing, but it's the people that do it over and over and over and over and over again that it just becomes, too much. Okay, so change it around. Yeah, good question though. Thank you for all you do. You're an inspiration, and you're always going back with your time. Well, thank you. Giving back. Thank you. All right, you guys, if you have any other questions, let me know. Other than that, it is Friday. Please, if you're interested, like I said, in the Fiverr Elite group, the whole point of that group is going to be to help you get business on Fiverr. And what Chuck said earlier about the portfolio option on Fiverr, that's exactly why they do it as well. Because people can go and look at your body of work. I can't tell you how many times I get work now from people saying, man, the breadth of work you are done is amazing. And they listen to samples like a lot. They'll go throughout my samples. Now, I've done like over 1,500 voiceovers there, and they put a lot on that portfolio, so people listen to them. They listen to them. It really is a good thing to pay attention to. So Chuck is right about that portfolio, but I would love to see you do portfolios other places too. Get them out in the world, right? You can do that on your website. You can do that on your Facebook page, right? You can do that on Twitter. You could and you can repost them. Okay, reposting older posts is a great idea because only a few people see them anyways. All right, let's see. John said, I received a letter from an insurance company on my birthday. Rather dramatic opening line. It said, do you realize you could die today? Thinking about how to read that. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Chuck, interesting that only 5 of the comments are showing here on Facebook, even though Facebook says that 14 have been made. I wonder if that's setting in restreaming. I think you'd want them to all be visible for the sake of conversation here. So, Chuck, basically, I'm streaming over 3 different Facebook accounts. So I'm streaming over my group, I'm streaming over my business page, and I'm streaming on my personal page. So that's probably why there's people on Facebook, but they're probably in one of those 3 groups, and that's probably why you can't see them all. It's interesting. For me, I can see all of them because I have Restream gives me one panel that shows everybody, and it shows me where you're coming from. All right, let's see. But thanks, Chuck, for that. B Doggy, when I worked at Lowe's and the Lumber Depot, I would read a lot of the signage around the store and the style of the commercials. Can I say I've worked with Lowe's? Well, if you're talking about can you say you did a voiceover for Lowe's? Probably not, good, because I would be lying, right? If you say I worked at the lumber yard at Lowe's, that's fine, but you don't need to. You don't need to lie. You don't need to lie. The wonderful thing about acting and our job is, yes, experience matters, but talent and skill, people are willing to work with you if you present yourself professionally and you do a good job. They're not going to care. Sorry about the cat. He's really going up. They're you know what I mean? They'll work for you. I mean, they'll work with you. So I would just stay away from saying you've worked for people, you know what I mean, where it could be considered wrong. Because heaven forbid, Lowe's comes and they're looking at you one day and you said, I worked for Lowe's, and they're trying to find out, and then they find out you're a liar. Don't want to do that. OMG, it's Friday. This week has flown by. Great message, dude. Absolutely, man. Thank you. Thanks for the session day. You bet. Clients do listen to a lot of samples when they are available. Just had a client tell me that yesterday, that she'd only heard one before contacting me, but that she went back and listened to them all and was blown away by the breadth of my range. Absolutely. Chuck, regarding comments, my earlier comments here have disappeared, just so you know. Thank you, Chuck. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's always an honor to be here with you. Whatever you do, take action on either auditioning or creating samples and getting them out in the world. If that is the only content you can create, for goodness sake, do it and get it out there and send it out there. All right, please, please, please. It will help you get work on a consistent basis. Okay, you guys, again, remember the Fiverr Elite group. I'm going to have a link in the description below. There was actually one up at the top here. Let's see. I'm going to post it one more time if you guys can see it. There's a link if you want to join. We're meeting tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. We have a private group. And but there's unlimited replays, and this is every single week, so it's a really fantastic job, a really fantastic group. I'm excited about it, and again, the whole point of it is to help grow your business on Fiverr, and we're gonna dive in, and I'll do reviews and help you with your account and all that jazz. All right, you guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will see you on Monday. Keep hitting it hard. See you later. Peace.